Hello? Check. That better? Great. Everybody hear me? Up on the shelf, can you hear me? Great.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the most memorable films beloved by kids who grew up in the 90s.
Ooh, somebody stop me!
Number 20, The Mighty Ducks.
Now here's the long and the short of it. I hate hockey and I don't like kids.
We are convinced that The Mighty Ducks got more than a few kids into hockey. A beloved sports comedy, it familiarized many 90s kids with Emilio Estevez and introduced a few big names to the party, including Eldon Henson and Joshua Jackson. The movie has a real cozy, wintry vibe to it, being shot on location in Minneapolis. And it became a surprise hit with a gross of over $50 million.
Where'd you learn to shoot like that? Didn't learn, I just do it. Do it again.
The Mighty Ducks clearly resonated with audiences, whether it was through the exciting hockey action or the inspirational feel-good moments of its story. Throw this baby on and be reminded of that early 90s innocence.
Hey Ducks! No matter what happens, we'll see you next season. We got a title to defend.
Number 19, Hocus Pocus.
Perfect. As usual.
It's funny because few people cared about Hocus Pocus when it was released in the summer of 1993. Yes, the summer. Critics didn't care for it, and the film grossly underperformed, losing Disney nearly $20 million. But over time, people came to realize its charms and its delightfully festive atmosphere.
We're home! Oh, sweet revenge! Do these to satisfy us work perfectly!
The film was aired on TV every Halloween and quickly gathered a cult following. This cult following then morphed into a full-blown cultural sensation. For many, Hocus Pocus is now a 90s classic and an annual tradition. We can't wait to hang out with Winifred, Sarah, and Mary next Halloween.
I say it's a pie, up a maybe, up a nine. I say it's a pie, up a maybe, up a nine.
Number 18, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
What's a guy gotta do to get some food around here?
Hey! Hey, he's awake! He wants some food! Bring some food!
Just squeaking into the decade is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which premiered in March of 1990. But despite just barely making it, the movie, and the wider TMNT franchise, has gone on to define the 90s. The Turtles were everywhere in the spring of that year, popping up in TV commercials and on store shelves in the form of tie-in action figures.
I'd like to invite you all in, but, I really don't have anything to offer you guys except for, frozen pizza.
Let's go for it!
You said the magic word.
It was also a mega success at the box office, finishing in the year-end top 10 and becoming what was then the highest-grossing independent movie ever. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles defines 90s nostalgia and is looked on fondly, with co-creators Peter Laird and Kevin Eastman praising the film and its adaptation of their source comic. Number 17, Casper.
Hi? Man!
This was the directorial debut of Brad Silberling, and we gotta say, it's certainly not a bad way to start your career. While some took issue with the movie's dark tone, it was nevertheless praised for its filmmaking. It features excellent actors like Christina Ricci and Bill Pullman, and its eye-popping CGI was cutting edge at the time.
Say, Bulkhead, why ain't you inside doing your chores?
Yeah, where's dinner? I'm starving. Look at me, I'm wasting away.
Indeed, it was this CGI, mingled with the young protagonists, of course, that attracted a ton of children to the project. They wanted to see fancy ghosts, and boy did they get them. Casper was an enormous success, grossing nearly $300 million and defining the mid-90s in the process.
Not bad for my first party, huh?
Couldn't have been better.
Number 16, Space Jam. Nothing screams 1990s quite like Michael Jordan and Space Jam.
He's the one I want for Moron Mountain.
Hey!
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you. You want a piece of me? Come and get it.
Released at the height of Jordan mania, Space Jam accomplished a lot in regards to time. It played on popular trends of the time, it introduced old but iconic characters to a new generation of kids, and it eventually established itself as a shining beacon of nostalgia. Past, present, and future all in one movie.
Finished? Great speech and all, Doc. You had 'em riveted. But didn't you forget something?
What?
your secret stuff.
This film is 90s nostalgia incarnate thanks to its soundtrack, cast, and cameos, including the likes of Patrick Ewing, Sean Bradley, and Charles Barkley. Recognize those names? Every 90s kid does.
I was thinking, could we stay here with you?
Please. Oh, brother. I don't know if you guys are loony enough.
Loony enough?
Number 15, a Goofy movie. Those opening bars of Eye to Eye are all you need to activate the memories.
You look just like I did at your age.
Please don't say that, Dad.
This decade was the golden age of Disney, as they released banger after banger and made huge stacks of cash in the process. A Goofy movie did not make the same impression as the company's other blockbusters, receiving mixed reviews and grossing less than $40 million. But therein lies the power of VHS. Just like Hocus Pocus, a Goofy movie was slowly discovered throughout the decade, with many people renting it from video stores and seeing it on TV. It has since come to define the decade for many people, with its many viewers connecting with its touching and rather unconventional father-son dynamic.
I, Goofy, hereby dub my son Maximilian official navigator and head witchwayer of this here road trip.
Isn't that nice?
Number 14, Free Willy.
I'll make a deal with you. Don't bite my hand off, and I'll give you the fish. Okay?
A quality family film, Free Willy is arguably more relevant now than it was in 1993, with whale captivity and animal amusement parks being hot-button topics in recent years. The movie follows Jessie, a kind-hearted 12-year-old who ventures to free a captive orca. Many kids may remember this film as the first movie they cried at. Who among us didn't shed a tear when Willie leapt over Jessie and landed in the ocean? The soundtrack is also great for a 90s flashback, with Michael Jackson's Will You Be There leading the pack. The song was a huge success, as was the film itself, scoring great reviews and grossing over $150 million.
Bye, Willie. Gonna miss you. Hope we can see each other sometime. Love you.
Number 13, The Parent Trap.
All right, girls, shake hands. Come on, girls.
This movie is iconic for the presence of 11-year-old Lindsay Lohan. Talk about a throwback. The odd remake that equals the original, The Parent Trap has Lohan playing the dual roles of twins Hallie and Annie. The two girls were separated at birth and reunite by chance at summer camp, then plan to get their divorced parents back together.
Sooner or later, they'll have to unswitch us. And when they do, they'll have to meet again, face to face. After all these years.
It's a very touching film, and it's led by the excellent Lohan. She displays the talent of a seasoned pro, often sharing the screen with herself and nicely portraying two distinct personalities. The supporting cast around Lohan is very 90s as well, with Dennis Quaid and Natasha Richardson playing the divorced parents. The Parent Trap? More like the Nostalgia Trap.
This is so scary. Honey, you never looked better.
Number 12, The Addams Family. This is the type of franchise that transcends generations.
Welcome back. Thanks.
This movie from 1991 was based on a TV show from the 60s, which in turn was based on a series of comics that began in the late 30s.
Amazing, incredible. We leave for Hollywood tonight. Hollywood?
By all accounts, the movie was an absolute nightmare to make, but the results were well worth it.
Hello, Sally.
Mr. Adams, please stop calling.
It ended up grossing nearly $200 million and revitalized the franchise for a new generation. A generation that is probably now reminiscing about the film in the midst of the Wednesday craze. Angelica Houston's performance as Morticia Addams is an all-timer, and the soundtrack, led by that goofy MC Hammer song, just screams 90s.
They do what they wanna do, say what they wanna say, live how they wanna live, play how they wanna play, dance how they wanna dance, kick and they stop a friend.
Number 11, The Sandlot.
Call that pitching? tennis?
Here we enter the realm of nostalgiaception, and it is glorious. Many people hold a nostalgic warmth for The Sandlot, as it defined their childhoods in the early 90s. Yet The Sandlot is also a movie about nostalgia, specifically those carefree days in the 1960s when kids kind of just did whatever they wanted.
That night, I learned that more than 150 baseballs had gone over that fence, and not one of them was ever seen again.
The Sandlot wasn't a huge hit when it came out, but it received good reviews and is now looked on fondly by an older generation. It's funny, it's touching, and like the Mighty Ducks, it undoubtedly got children into a specific sport. In this case, baseball. Hands up, how many baseball lovers out there started with The Sandlot? And be honest, did you know who Babe Ruth was before watching?
But it was signed by Babe Ruth! Yeah, you keep telling me that. Who is she? What?
Number 10. Hook.
You're doing it.
Doing what?
Using your imagination, Peter.
This fantasy film directed by Steven Spielberg served as a follow-up to the original story, focusing on a grown-up Peter Pan who returns to Neverland to fight Captain Hook once more.
Peter Pan, prepare to meet thy doom. Dark and sinister man, have at thee.
While critics' opinions were generally mixed, the film proved to be a huge hit with audiences, ensuring Hook a spot among the top earners at that year's box office. Robin Williams breathed exciting new life into the legendary character, while the set design and visual effects were all astonishing to say the least. The mythos of Peter Pan proved to be a timeless tale, with this interpretation able to hook the attention of kids worldwide.
So, your adventures are over.
Oh no. To live will be an awfully big adventure.
Number 9. Jumanji.
In the jungle you must wait. What's that mean?
From one Robin Williams film to another, Jumanji took inspiration from the classic book of the same name and dialed up the sheer level of adventure to a spectacular degree. The movie is fondly remembered for its thrill-a-minute pacing, consistently providing viewers with exhilarating set pieces in every other scene, each feeling just as unique and intense as the last.
It's not real, Peter. It's a hallucination.
The special effects were also dazzling for their time, and had us on the edge of our seats due to just how believable the lions, elephants, and other wild animals looked. With the action escalating all the way to its explosive climax, Jumanji was a world we loved getting lost in. Number 8. The Mask.
Bokehead!
Jim Carrey became a household name in 1994, playing a detective who talks out of his rear end in Ace Ventura: Pet Detective. However, we feel The Mask was the more entertaining and memorable film overall, as Jim's portrayal of a hyperactive superhero paved the way for all kinds of Looney Tunes-inspired insanity. Even when not wearing the mask, Jim Carrey's wit and energetic charisma made him an easily likable lead that we could truly root for. With an expert combination of both comedy and thrilling action, the only thing hiding behind this mask was a darn good time.
A superhero! I could fight crime, protect the innocent. Quit for world peace!
Bonus points for Milo being so darn cute.
Okay, I'll throw it one time. I ain't gonna throw it with you attached to it. Oh.
Number 7. Matilda. This film adaptation of the classic Roald Dahl fantasy novel may have veered away from the original storyline, but that didn't stop it from captivating audiences all the same.
I mean, I know you say you didn't, but obviously you did.
I did not glue my hat to my head.
Although the subject matter teetered on the darker side of things and the visuals could be occasionally eerie, the film's oddball characters and imagery still managed to solidify themselves in the minds of kids at the time, probably because it was kind of disturbing.
Dinner time is family time. What is this trash you're reading?
It's not trash, Daddy. It's lovely. It's called Moby Dick by Herman Melville.
Moby what?
The acting, cinematography, and music blended together for an unorthodox but very compelling narrative. Sometimes the strange ones stand out the most, and in Matilda's case, she led the 90s pack of bizarrely imaginative entertainment. Number 6. Aladdin.
There is a cave, boy. A cave of wonders, filled with treasures beyond your wildest dreams.
The 90s ushered in a barrage of top-notch Disney films that would forever go down in the history of cinema, like the beautifully crafted Beauty and the Beast. However, we argue that the tale of a street rat turned prince slightly nudges past most of its Disney brethren to stand out.
Interesting.
What? Who?
The many sing-alongable songs, such as Friend Like Me, A Whole New World, and Prince Ali, were the highlights of a rousing musical score. And Robin Williams once again shows up on our list, lending his voice to the unforgettable character known as the Genie.
10,000 years will give you such a crick in the neck.
Number 5. Home Alone.
I made my family disappear.
Who could have guessed that a movie with such a simple premise would wind up being such a massive box office smash? Well, thanks to a clever script jam-packed with funny moments and tons of throwbacks to the slapstick era, as well as the instantly lovable performance by Macaulay Culkin, Home Alone was surely one of the most easily enjoyable movies of its time.
Other than that, I'm in good shape.
In fact, its widespread appeal was so huge, it spawned several copycats and clones since its release, but none could quite match the power of the original.
Why the hell did you take your shoes off?
Why the hell you dressed like a chicken?
I'm up here, you morons! Come and get me!
Number 4. The Lion King. Aladdin is undoubtedly a riveting adventure, but only one Disney animated classic can be crowned king here. Often categorized as an epic musical, The Lion King was an absolute tour de force of suspense, romance, and valuable life lessons. Ticking off the boxes for nearly everything you'd like to see in an awesome movie, The Lion King somehow managed to balance a carefully woven story of bravery and destiny with colorful characters, a great sense of humor, and the trademark Disney music that everyone has come to love. A masterpiece in every sense of the word, this movie is quite the animated king indeed.
So whenever you feel alone, just remember that those kings will always be there to guide you. And so will I.
Number 3. Mrs. Doubtfire.
Hello! Ah! Oh, I'm sorry to frighten you, dear. I must look like a yeti in this getup.
As evidenced by his many appearances on this list, Robin Williams was a big part of any 90s kid's childhood. But his portrayal of a man pretending to be a woman may just be his magnum opus.
Oh, I thought I saw Clint Eastwood. That would make my day. He is such a stud muffin.
Whether he was dancing to the appropriately titled Dude Looks Like a Lady, smashing cake onto his face, or dousing the fire on his fake bosom, Robin Williams brought his A-game to this performance full of charm and hilarious wit. Amid the silly slapstick, however, was a thoughtful storyline about family themes and personal struggle, showing there's more to this movie than just a few good jokes. There is no doubt that this flick set the 90s on fire.
Look at this! My first day as a woman, I'm getting hot flashes.
Number 2. Toy Story.
Oh, what do we have here? Oh!
Wait! Turn that thing back on!
Come in, Mother Bird. Come in, Mother Bird. Mom has pulled a surprise present from the closet.
The first feature film to be fully computer animated, the original Toy Story was much, much more than just a flashy parlor trick. Underneath the hood of its technological breakthroughs was a rip-roaring adventure filled with great characters, witty dialogue, and emotionally moving themes about friendship and personal growth.
You are a sad, strange little man, and you have my pity.
Adding to the already solid package is the equally iconic soundtrack composed by industry veteran Randy Newman, who created original songs for the film, like the unforgettable You've Got a Friend in Me.
Come on, Woody.
Maybe, but none of them will ever love you the way I do. It's me and you, boy, and as the years go by.
Pixar jumped onto the movie scene in a big way with this one, as its quality went to infinity and beyond to earn a place in our hearts.
Hey, Buzz! You're flying!
This isn't flying, this is falling with style.
To infinity and beyond!
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Jurassic Park.
Say again. We have a T-Rex.
Put your head between your knees.
Dr. Grant. My dear Dr. Sattler. Welcome to Jurassic Park.
With school finished and the 1993 summer blockbuster movie season in full swing, kids rushed to theaters to experience the next big adventure from director Steven Spielberg. And nothing could prepare them for the thrill ride ahead. With its rousing musical score, snappy one-liners, and sensational special effects, which still hold up by the way, Jurassic Park quite simply blew everyone's minds because it was unlike anything seen in movies before.
Come on, girl. Come on, up here, girl. Come on. Up here.
There's a reason Jurassic World was such a colossal hit in 2015, as the fond memories of the original still rang true in the minds of audiences even decades later. To this day, the love for Jurassic Park is anything but extinct. Which 90s movie do you fondly remember? Let us know in the comments below.
In case of emergency, the exits are here. Anywhere. Keep your hands and arms inside the carpet.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.